What is best for business?
What? Yes! Yes!
What?
Radio slithering. Watch out! Watch out!
More.
What? Viva la raza!
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? Welcome to episode 6 of Under the Ring, the podcast that will tell you what you want to know, what you need to know, and what you hope to know about the WWE. We will give you news, theories, and predictions to Raw's pay-per-views, past and present. You can follow us on Twitter at Under the Ring 1, on Facebook at Under the Ring Radio, and on YouTube at Under the Ring Radio. I'm your host, Gasper, alongside Dan.
What the fuck?
Alongside Betty Crocker himself, Finney.
Hey there.
And
Hi
our
there.
special guest of the night, Brandon.
Hello, everybody. What's up?
Episode 6, the go-home show. Tables, ladders, chairs, and stairs.
Oh my.
What the fuck? Since when did they change the TLC to TLCS? Do you guys...
I don't support it.
You
That's
have
what
one
you're asking
fucking
me.
match. How are you going to change the entire pay-per-view match? The entire pay-per-view name to TLCS?
They need another weapon.
I don't understand what is going on. It just pisses me
Why
off
not
so
have
much.
an actual tables, ladders, chairs, and stairs match?
That's going to be next year. No way.
Yeah, now you're pushing it.
Hold your breath. We start off the night with the Slammy Awards. Superstar of the Year, Diva of the Year, Match of the Year, Most Intriguing Moment of the Year, yada, yada, yada. Superstar of the Year, didn't agree with. Roman Reigns won it.
Blah.
Yeah. I guess we all collectively
He's not a
think the
superstar
same.
yet.
I think that Brock Lesnar should have won it, only because he dominated The Undertaker, The Big Show, and John Cena all in 1 year. I get it. The Big Show doesn't mean much now. But
Then
the
he did a
way
little
he did
bit.
it,
Yeah.
the way he did it just meant so much.
Yeah.
Who do you guys think should have won Superstar of the Year? If you guys don't agree with me on Brock
Where are you
Lesnar,
going? Brock Lesnar, I would say.
If not Brock Lesnar, I'm going Dan and Bryan. I mean, it's just he had so many good matches regardless of win or loss. I mean, he had the whole storyline of WrestleMania. He had his match against Cena, which was great. I mean, the fact that he got taken out by injury, I mean, yeah, it sucks, but I mean, the fact that he was just pretty much the face of WWE for a year.
but he's been on TV the past couple of weeks.
Exactly. So I mean,
But
he's
where
like he's
Roman
earned a
Reigns
spot.
been via satellite.
Just not even that though. What was his big matches with the Shield and what?
He
Maybe
eliminated 14 guys in the
okay,
Royal
that's
Rumble?
Yeah,
one.
but-
And then he had his match with Randy Orton. Everything else was
He beat
due to
Randy
Shield.
Orton. That was all he did.
And everything else was due to
Don't get
Shield.
me wrong, I totally agree that
Everything else
should
was
have
due to
happened.
Shield. So I don't think he deserved it one bit.
No.
I'm sorry.
Who do you think?
I'm gonna say Dean Ambrose. Even though he didn't win at any pay-per-views, though, just the way he transformed himself getting out of the Shield, it was really a whole different side to him, though.
All right.
Like, you saw the lunatic fringe, and his rivalry with Seth Rollins was just...
He made himself a superstar.
Yeah, he did everything himself.
All right, I can see it. We'll start off the beginning of the night on Raw. Dolph Ziggler versus Seth Rollins. A match I thought could have been better.
Could have went longer.
Could have went much longer.
I mean, we have seen him
Yeah.
many times. That's the only thing.
But we've seen Big Show.
They're
and
good.
Cena
They're usually
for the past
good.
10 years.
It was a little sloppy. I don't know. They were a little confused about something, but I like both guys, and I would rather see Ziggler not lose on shady things constantly. It's just like...
This is what I hate about the WWE now. It's everything revolves around losing by DQ, losing by interference, a roll-up. I can't stand roll-ups.
What about fruit roll-ups? I love fruit roll-ups.
Fruit roll-ups! I can stand fruit roll-ups.
There we go.
Up to an extent.
Fruit by the foot?
Fruit by the foot isn't the same. It is a
All
knockoff.
right.
How dare you bring that into this household?
Okay.
I hate everything that, like, a match should go on, especially before pay-per-view. These guys, don't get me wrong, nowhere near the main event. Well, Seth Rollins could be in the main event. Do I think he should be in the main event? No. Dean Ambrose, Bray Wyatt should be in the main event. But this does nothing to propel them till TLC. Nothing with Luke Harper happened in this match. It was just...
Yeah, it wasn't... I don't understand how this Seth Rollins, Dolph Ziggler, it's like a feud they got going kind of on the side along with their other feuds, but they really should be focusing on the other feuds because those are the ones coming up on Sunday. But
it doesn't make any
I don't
sense. I don't understand.
They do have really good chemistry together in the ring. You know, and a match like that, it should be won fairly. You know, I don't want to see J&J Security interfere in a match, especially when you have two guys like Dolph Ziggler and Seth Rollins. I wanted to see it, whether Ziggler won or lost, or whether vice versa. It should have just ended without any interference.
I agree 110%.
yeah, and if you're gonna have a match with a DQ or like a roll up or something where like somebody interferes, have it like have to do with the storyline, not have the guys interfere that are in part of Seth Rollins' crew in a different storyline. If Luke Harper cost Ziggler the match,
It'd be more
that'd
understandable.
be a different story. But I don't see the value in that. But
I understand Raw is a 3-hour show. You have to keep people on their toes, this and that. But when you have 4 out of the 7 matches that are on Raw end in either a DQ, an interference, or a roll-up, I'm kind of tired of it.
You're saying keep on the toes. I haven't been kept on my toes on Raw. I don't even know how long.
All right.
So you're stretching it a little bit.
We'll move on to the next match. Kofi Kingston, New Day.
New Day.
New Day. Fucking love the New Day. Kofi Kingston versus Stardust.
The Blue Day.
The Blue Day. Is it the New Day? A New Day? New Day?
The New Day. I
Is it
think.
the New Day?
Yeah. The
Is it
New
kind of
Day.
like Real Big Fish, where like the band members say we're the Real Big Fish, and everyone's like, oh, we're gonna go see Real Big Fish. So it's
I got a fucking head
right over your head. What I'm saying is it? They're saying we're
The name of the
Day?
faction is The New Day.
Okay, I'm
But
just
when they speak,
clearing it
they're
up.
like, it's a new day.
It's a new day. See, that's what I'm
But
saying. It's
they don't mean them. It's a new day for them.
or a new day for the WWE.
Well, it's yeah. It's,
Whatever.
It's neither here nor
I
there.
love it. I like it. It's a great injection into the fucking tag team division, which is horrible right now. Kofi Kingston and Stardust. What'd you think?
Great match. I actually liked the pace of it. It was high flying. I missed the high flying wrestling. I wish they would. I'm going to say this now. I want the Cruiserweight division back.
I like the Cruiserweight division. You know, that's the only reason why I tuned into WCW on Monday nights, was to see guys like Rey Mysterio, Dean Malenko, Eddie Guerrero, Ric Flair was even a Cruiserweight at one time. If
I don't know
remember
about that,
correctly.
but-
That was what they called one of Eddie Guerrero's big matches.
Yeah.
Is when he won the Cruiserweight title from Ric Flair.
What I'm just going to say this to add to that is, yes, we haven't been getting the high-flying wrestling. The only problem is we don't have Daniel Bryan on the show anymore. He was giving a lot of exciting high-flying matches and things like that.
On.
Seth Rollins is now the heel. He doesn't do all of those moves anymore. He's not doing flips outside the ring, taking people out. We don't get that anymore, and it's a shame. But this was a good match.
It was a great match. I enjoyed it.
I like both
A
guys
shit
as
ton.
wrestlers. I mean, Kofi sometimes is a little sloppy, but, you know, it's okay. He's a high-flyer guy. It's good, but I think Kofi and Big E need to go together. And I think that's the team that I want to see. Obviously, they're all three, but I would prefer seeing more of Kofi, Big E together, and Xavier Woods being more of a manager role. You know,
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Xavier Woods is a great wrestler. I enjoy him a lot.
I just think the big, strong guy, you got the fast, high-flying guy. You don't have any teams like that anymore. You know, you had Hell No back then. Now you don't have any teams like that.
anything.
You have two guys that are the same on
So,
like
do you
each.
think the pre-show to TLC, who do you think it's going to be Kofi and Big E versus Stardust and Goldust? Or
I don't know. I mean, it seems like they're just going to keep
They're just
rotating it. So I don't know how they're going to do that if they would ever win the titles. They have a rotating rule.
All right, Vin, what do you think about Kofi Kingston?
Oh yeah, I'm back from Betty Carcass back from making me tacos. I'm sorry, that's why I was silent for the last 5 minutes. You know, I definitely think it's a new injection to the tag team division, which is good because we've been seeing for the last few weeks the same goddamn teams. So, it's definitely good, but it's just, a bit confusing because I don't know who's who really in this tag team because, are they going to keep one team? Are they going to keep interlocking teams? They're just going to interlocking partners. I wish they were a little more specific of who is a team compared to just throwing three people that we haven't seen on TV in a really long time back into action. Like, oh, we're a team now, we're a faction. Well, you're a faction, you're not really a tag team, you're a faction.
I think in the next up and coming weeks we'll get that feeling on who's going to be the tag team, who's going to be
I hope so.
the singles guy.
I'm just hoping that they stay. Well, they don't stay as like now. I understand it's a gimmick. They're coming in, they're chanting, they're clapping. That's cool and everything, but I want them to get a little more serious because they're never gonna. I don't want them to be Adam Rose and the Bunny or Fandango before they had to repackage him or whatever. Like eventually, these things like when they're too goofy, they turn to a joke, and you can't take them seriously as contenders for titles. So I hope that they eventually, like as they're getting more and more over, they move away from that.
We move on to Charlotte versus Natalya. This really, really pissed me off because how are you going to have the NXT Women's Champion come up from NXT to face Natalya in a 2-minute fucking match?
And lose.
And lose on a roll-up. And not the good kind of roll-up.
Not the fruity.
Not the fruity kind.
I like those.
I don't understand why they're doing this. Like, you bring up Paige. The Divas champion of NXT at the time, she comes up and faces, what was it, the day after WrestleMania?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wrestles AJ for the women's title. Wins right away!
Yeah.
Sorry, not the women's title, the Divas champion.
Yes.
God forbid.
And then you have Charlotte come up and... what the fuck?
I don't know what's going on with that.
Hey, don't get me wrong. The thing that bothers me about Charlotte is she says in her video packages that
Oh my.
I don't want to be like my dad. Like, people can't be focusing on me because I'm a Flair. But yes, she comes out to the fucking ring with this theme song, wooing, doing the figure 4 leg. It might be a modified figure 4 leg. She does like a bridge or some shit like that.
Yeah.
The fuck? How are you going to tell me you don't want to be like your father?
Do you think...
And you come out and do the same exact thing.
Do you think... Is any speculations? Now, this is going to be a long shot. This is really coming out of left field.
I'm going to say no.
Shit.
I know you're going to, and I'm expecting
I'm already
you
going
to.
to say no.
But, do you think the way that Ric Flair has been treated within the last few years...
Nothing's going to affect her.
Nothing's going to affect her?
At all. She wouldn't be the NXT champion right now.
They still bring Flair back, too. So
Yeah,
I don't
they do.
understand.
So,
He's on a decent relationship with them.
It'd be a different story if it was like Jim Ross's daughter. Like...
Yeah.
Something like that, he shows up drunk or whatever the hell it was.
Yeah, I don't know.
My God! I hate...
You calling Jim Ross an alcoholic?
I am not, actually. It's just something that happened. Unfortunate for JR, and, they
I don't even think it was that bad. I think it was a very entertaining video.
It was a great fucking press conference for that video game.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it a lot.
They didn't talk about the video game, but it's okay.
No, and you had Flair going off on working at TNA and
oh yeah,
all that crap.
Oh, they were talking about John Cena loving to drink beers on the road. Like that is something that is not supposed to be in a WWE
that's
video.
not
That
PG.
is not PG, baby. I just think it's a Flair versus a Hart. The match should be longer.
On Raw.
On Raw.
And a
One
champion
being-
is debuting versus someone who doesn't really get on Raw every week, Natalya, and losing.
Now, do you think that Natalya winning puts her in line for the WWE, the NXT Women's Championship?
The NXT champion.
NXT or the Divas Championship?
The NXT Championship. They
I-
wouldn't put her in the Divas Championship.
I
It
think
makes
they
no
just
sense.
wanted to put her with a good worker, veteran, on TV her first time, but they just didn't give it any time, and they had it.
Thursday we have NXT Our Evolution or Revolution, whatever they're calling it. I don't know what the hell they're calling it.
It's like that.
Charlotte's facing Sasha Banks. Sasha
yeah.
Banks, isn't that Cody Rhodes' wife?
No,
Am I wrong?
that's Eden.
Yeah.
She's the announcer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anywho,
Great host.
no, it's I haven't watched NXT in a while, so I'm kind of rusty on that, and that's something we're gonna be.
Just the minor leagues, so.
It's something we're gonna be working on now as an established podcast.
Breaking news.
We're gonna be covering NXT now, and eventually will probably branch out to indies and shit like that. Who knows? I don't know. I don't do this shit.
Well, you do, but
I guess I
don't do this shit. Who the hell are you?
Who knows? I mean, we're at 5 people now. We might be at 27 by next year.
We're 4.
We'll move on to the Bray Wyatt Dean Ambrose promo. I loved this thing so much. I love how Bray Wyatt just starts shitting on the fans, saying it's all their fault. And I love how they brought the chair, saying, that was her chair, getting Sister Abigail's. You broke her chair.
You big bully.
And that's how we realized that Bray Wyatt was so distraught by it. And then cue Dean Ambrose saying, coming out of an ambulance with
it's like
chairs and ladders.
It's like an Undertaker
tables.
moment. The light and the smoke comes out. It's like I was like, what the hell, Dean Ambrose? Like, I don't know.
And he says, Seth. Seth Rollins. I'm still on that fucking
guy.
That guy. Bray Wyatt, you're gonna leave TLC in an ambulance. What? I don't see any of that happening. This has turned into an ambulance.
Yeah, that's what I said. When it first came out, I'm like,
no,
not an ambulance match. So it's the worst.
What do you guys think about Bray Wyatt and this whole promo?
I like seeing now that you're starting to see some vulnerability in Bray Wyatt.
Yes.
Beforehand, he would get beat up and he'd be laughing. Now
I liked that.
Hit me with the chair, John. Hit me with the chair.
But now you're starting to see a vulnerable side of him. Dean Ambrose struck that nerve. He struck the right nerve with him. And now this is what's happening.
And all it took was a wooden chair to be broken to pieces.
Rocking chair, you bastard. A fucking rocking chair.
It's still made out of wood, was it not?
Sister Abigail's rocking chair.
And it was her rocking chair.
But it was not made of wood.
It's not any type of wood. It's probably some special oak.
From what tree?
An oak tree.
Find me that tree.
I wonder if they're gonna use that wood to for one of the tables. That'd be nice.
That'd be a nice. Actually, yeah. Dean Ambrose, I made this out of the fucking.
Book it. A Sister Abigail table.
Oh yeah.
Bray Wyatt right through
It's the only way you lose. You have to go through the Sister Abigail table.
Oh my.
But for Bray Wyatt, it never breaks. Some weird gimmick like that. We move on to a match that should not have fucking happened at all.
No.
At all.
No.
Eric Rowan versus Luke Harper.
Stop it.
No.
That's a moneymaker. You don't want any of that on Raw.
Money maker.
That isn't. Come on. They were part
It's
of the
not
Wyatts.
the money maker
it's not,
the Miz.
It's not the moneymaker, but it will get people to buy pay-per-views.
If they do the right storytelling of it, if they really,
The story writes itself, though.
No, but I'm saying if they do it correctly, obviously they're former Wyatt members, they're former partners, but if they do it correctly, if they just throw it out there oh, you're gonna fight him, you're gonna do
What
this.
they did last night.
But I'm saying they didn't. But they could.
No
if they could build up correctly, though.
They teased
I'm
this
agreeing
match
with you.
as a feud.
I'm
Thank
agreeing
you,
with you.
The Survivor
it
Series
should
build,
be
when
safe
it
for
came out,
pay-per-view.
and Luke Harper's face looking at Eric Rowan's, they teased it as a feud. And now we just get a DQ match on Raw. It's just like Ryback and Triple H are in the ring. They'll never have a match. They were teasing a feud.
It's rumored
How many
it's going to
times-
happen at WrestleMania 35.
How much time Triple H and Roman Reigns? We've been waiting a year and a half for that match. You know how much that was feud? Triple H on one side, Reigns on the other. We wanted to see that match. Never happened. May never get it.
I hate Roman Reigns.
I still wanted to see that
No
match.
one hates Roman Reigns more than me.
I
Betty
don't
Fucker.
hate Roman Reigns. I just don't think that he's the next top guy, guaranteed.
I just hate
I still think
him.
this match shouldn't have happened. You could have
No.
had Eric Rowan
absolutely.
versus The Miz, a different heel, and have Luke Harper face someone from the New Day or New Day, whatever you want to call it. Blue Day. Anybody. Even Eric Rowan versus Tyson Kidd would have been good. Just do something. Don't put them together. This is a money making match.
But they did,
They did, and it ended in
the
a
questionable
DQ.
finish, so they'll be like, oh, maybe they can throw it
Imagine
on
if
one
this
pay-per-view.
match was made back in the Attitude Era. How well it would have been put together. Forget about it. It would have been mind-blowing.
I can't even think about it.
Yeah.
Shit. Anywho, this doesn't help neither of them going into their pay-per-view matches.
No.
At all. Except they
No.
used, Luke Harper used the ladder and Eric Rowan used the
Stairs.
Whatever. We go backstage. Naomi and Jay, Jimmy, Joey, Johnny,
Jimmy.
Jay, Joe, Jimmy. Is that his name? Okay, one of the Usos.
Jay.
Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Yes.
Jay.
Jimmy is the one with Naomi.
Sure, that works for me. And she's saying that she's going to the Mrs. Manager or agent,
Tacos ready.
whatever he is, and I like it kind of because it adds more fuel to the fire against Miz and Miz out. But at the same time, it was the worst fucking
But
shit I've
you
ever seen
like
in my
it
life.
because of that, but then you forgot that you actually had to watch it.
Yeah, like if you're going to Hollywood, then I'm going to Hollywood.
It's the worst. Jimmy, the Usos, they have no personality.
That's why they're in that attack.
They're just two guys that are pretty much the same, that do the same moves, and I'm just sick of them. And this is ridiculous.
What do you?
I mean, I think they should. I mean, they need to have much better personality. They're the sons of Rikishi. They're the nephews of Umaga.
Rest in peace. Pour out something to the home.
And then it's like, this is what you guys are doing. This is what they're doing with the Usos.
I don't know. I guess they need something for Sunday. Do something, but it just... I'd rather the Miz be like going for Naomi's affection or something rather than this.
Something
It's like an agent.
Well, sort
Is
of
the
like what
agent going to be there,
I mean,
ringside,
sort of like,
watching?
Don't get me wrong. That could turn into something like that.
So, guy debuts as the Hollywood agent. Somebody's
the agent, they maybe make a promo or something like where she's going to the agent and.
Oh my
the Miz.
god!
And just his trench coat.
Oh my god!
Something weird, like something Attitude Era-ish like that.
Well, look at what they did
Was
with
it the
Kurt.
Val Venus promo?
No,
or
that's
are
what
we...
I'm saying. Come on,
Yeah,
man.
they're
He's
gonna
got
do
his
that.
penis cut off.
But look at what they did with Kurt Angle and Triple H in 2000 when Kurt Angle was trying to be Stephanie's
Oh yeah.
friend. But we all knew, like, Kurt Angle did not just want to be...
what WWE does, rewrite their old storylines.
Yeah, but it's just not something they're gonna go with now. Like fighting over a girl, like would be better than what we're getting. Some agent that we never met.
I mean, I could see it happening. Maybe. We'll move on to the Swagger Rusev thing.
Part 2.
Part 2. Swagger Rusev came out to cut a promo how he won LOL. No.
LOL.
Lana basically
was
did all
saying
the talking.
how, the LOL Award of the Year goes to the United States of America for their poor economy, this and that. And junk.
Blah 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 blah.
And then Rusev, Swagger comes out and he's, "You broke Zeb's leg. I'm gonna break your ankle."
Ugh, they cannot have him talk. That's why they need Zeb here. Have Zeb come out in a wheelchair
Yeah,
yelling
like
at them.
something like that. Like, man,
Why are we seeing this
I don't
again?
know. Let me ask you, though, touching up on Zeb Coulter and Swagger, do you think at any point that maybe they might have Zeb turn on Jack Swagger?
Not with Rusev. No.
yeah,
I mean,
not
somewhere-
with Rusev.
But what
I
about
could
somewhere
see,
down the line? Like,
I could see Swagger beating Rusev, having the United States Championship, which we'll get to later. Which everyone shits on me for my prediction anyway, but we'll get to that on our TLC predictions. We'll move on to Ryback and the Usos versus Kane, Miz and Mizdow, which is probably the only match of the night that actually meant something against the TLC pay-per-view. What do you think about this, Ben?
Now you put it that way, with more competitors actually being in the match, it does mean something, but, I don't know, it's just a weird combination of teams. I mean, Ryback and Usos versus Kane and Mizdow.
But is it really that weird? Because it's Ryback versus Kane and the Usos versus Miz and Mizdow. That's not that odd. I mean, it's two babyface teams versus a heel team. That's not that odd.
Yeah, but Kane is teaming with basically, I know they're the champions, but a joke. You know what I mean? That's a little unbelievable. Kane
Ryback and Usos,
wants to team up with a guy that's throwing himself off the apron.
Kane got into it though. If you remember when
Kane went for a double chokeslam and
before they went to commercial break, Ryback had Miz in the vertical suplex.
Oh, that was
and
good.
Miz now was on the outside of the ring doing a handstand, and Kane's like, "What are you doing? Get up!" I thought that was pretty funny, but other than that, this match blew.
Yes.
It's just Ryback winning and Usos winning. They don't. I mean, anyone could put this bet any amount of money on this match that Ryback and Usos would have won this. I would have bet my life savings on this match. I mean, that's how overstacked it is and overbooked it is. It's just I don't know. It's Monday Night Raw being ruined every single week.
Well, they had to have someone, right?
Yeah, they could have done something with it. They could have put Ryback in single competition. They could put Usos against someone else.
Well, they could have done the same for Eric Rowan and Luke Harper.
But they didn't. That's what I'm saying. Raw just likes to ruin us every single week.
Damn you.
I don't have much to add to this one. Sorry, guys.
We'll go on to AJ Lee versus Summer Rae.
It's another squash match for AJ Lee. I mean, just the fact that
Summer Rae did look much better than she did at Survivor Series, though. Don't get me wrong.
Well, because she was on a team, and
that shouldn't matter how you wrestle, though. I mean,
well, when there's someone to tag out to, it works your moves a little better. But there was one spinning heel kick that she oh my god, she was turning in slow motion like anybody, like a blind man could have dodged it. And somehow AJ tried selling it good, but
that's what AJ's all about. She's the wife of Phil Brooks.
Who? Never mind.
We'll get to that in a little bit.
I mean, she's the Diva of the Year.
She is the Diva of the Year.
So she has to do something, right?
Move on to the greatest main event in the whole wide world. I've never seen this before. I was actually really excited for this match.
No.
John Cena versus The Big Show.
Once in a lifetime.
Once in a lifetime.
You'll never see it again.
I hope.
Brandon, what did you think about this match?
I've seen them battle numerous times, and to me, it's just, I think after the match was better than the actual match. What happened after the match was a hell of a lot better.
Yeah, that was really good. It brought in all of the competitors and all of their gimmicks, at least, to try and sell the pay-per-view or the network, whatever they're selling now.
Except it was the reverse of the week before, because the week before was Team Cena standing strong. Now this week was Team Authority standing strong. So I like that though, because it's a little obvious for certain viewers, but I like it.
I don't like that Big Show was being booked so strong in the match. Like Cena was struggling. Like I just can't believe it anymore. Like
you shouldn't, because you've seen this match. I want to say maybe 12 times in the last 10 years.
And Cena struggling to lift him. Like, I can't believe this anymore. I can't. I don't want to see it ever again.
No, it shouldn't happen ever again.
Oh, and the fact that it took, over 2 weeks for him to care. The guy knocked him out of one of the biggest main events in Survivor Series history. He didn't care. Now all of a sudden, I'm pissed about it because I got nothing else to do tonight.
Revenge time.
Seth Rollins already wrestled. Come on. Don't get me wrong.
You mess with the guy that runs the joint or whatever the hell he's calling himself.
The promo
now.
that Cena cut before the match was fantastic. It was great.
I don't like this whole stepping up gimmick.
Grabbing the brass ring. You're going to grab the brass ring because Vince McMahon said it last week, so that's going to be a thing now.
Yeah, but the talk doesn't mean anything. No. They're just talking until they do something. No. And why is Cena talking about this? He already stepped up 10 years ago. We don't need him stepping up anymore.
No, he's done. But
he's earned his spot years ago, and he's been in the face company for the last 5-6 years now. Maybe
do you
longer.
guys think that anyone in the locker room is going to take Stone Cold's challenge to? He challenged all the locker room
to what?
To step it up.
How are they going to do that?
Be ballsy.
How are they going to do that?
Exactly.
They'll be suspended, or they'll be kept off Raw like Cesaro.
Someone's going to be like that, or in-ring wise. Don't go what Cesaro did with the whole. I'm tired of seeing John Cena versus Randy Orton.
It's kind of pathetic the fact that we can't even see anyone do that though. I mean, like Dan just said, if you do that, you're gonna get a bad result from it. You're gonna get kicked off Raw, or you're gonna get, you're just gonna laugh at it and get pushed to the side, or it's just kind of upsetting because the fact is, there's a lot of talent in that locker room that can be possibly pushed if it's done right, and they're so afraid to do it because they've seen what's happened to multiple superstars before, aka Cesaro. I mean, Mizdow. I mean, he's gotten his push finally, but after how long was he laughed at?
No, you can't look at it that way. Damien Mizdow has been on TV almost every single Monday night.
I'm saying before that though.
How's that being buried?
No,
before
yeah.
though.
When you're not on the show, that's
when you're
fair.
not. Look at Zack Ryder. Zack Ryder last year, a year and a half ago, he was the U.S. champion. You know, he was tag teaming with John Cena on the main event of Raw, this and that, and then he fell off the face of the earth.
Yeah.
See that's the ultimate barrow. But what I'm saying with Damien Mizdow is the way his gimmicks he went from being he went from having a great feud.
You're wrong.
With Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes.
That ended like
that was like a month
that was
for
a
the
good
briefcase.
That was a good feud in my eyes. And then it went from that to being let's imitate everybody, and now he's finally Mizdow.
Imitating the Miz.
Yes.
So where has his gimmick gone? He's been imitating people for the last 2-3 months, and he's now imitating a person.
Because it's a different form of imitation. He's coming out every week dressing up as someone.
People loved it when he was dressing up as Abraham Lincoln, Davy Crockett, LeBron James, fucking
Vince McMahon.
Vince McMahon. Bret Hart. He was like everybody loved it. They loved it, and they love that he's mimicking the Miz. Like, you can't go wrong with this. This is the best thing going on in WWE right now. Hands down.
I just want to get back to Cesaro for a second.
Yes.
Because he wasn't even on Raw.
No, he wasn't.
But instead, I saw WWE posted a video, and he actually was wearing a scarf. Wearing like a scarf.
Like
I don't know why.
Alberto Del Rio scarf?
No. He was just like wearing a scarf, and he was reviewing the Slammies. Like he was playing some kind of reviewer gimmick on a YouTube video. And this is what they're having doing. This guy can wrestle Iron Man matches. He's probably one of the top 3 wrestlers on the whole.
Memorial Battle Royal. Like,
I would pick him to wrestle any match. I don't. Oh, he's his personality on the microphone. What? Bret Hart? Did that guy have a lot of personality on the microphone?
Brock Lesnar?
Yeah.
He didn't talk shit on the microphone.
He don't even talk.
Oh, I mean, when he did, it was just, I'm gonna beat you up.
Rusev.
Like, what the hell? Rusev? He's just playing the whole Russian thing. He's playing the whole Russian thing. Like, that's... You know, he can't speak English that great. Last week was, I broke Zeb Coulter's leg.
I like when he speaks
Ivan
on the
Drago
microphone.
versus Rocky.
I like him on the microphone, Rusev. I
don't mind it, but I like how it's very limited.
The Rock, he's like, you American piece of crap, or whatever he said, garbage. I don't know, I liked it.
Which brings me to Rusev and The Rock. It's going to happen at WrestleMania.
Oh my God.
Don't start.
What do you mean don't start?
Come on.
It's gonna... You want to make a bet on it?
Are we going to go back? Are we going to make a bet on this?
All right, we'll make a bet right now. The Rock wrestles. It doesn't have to be Rusev.
But no, you gotta stick to your word. No, you gotta stick to your word. You gotta stick to Rusev.
Okay. The Rock wrestles Rusev at WrestleMania 31.
Yeah, I want to make.
That's gotta be. That's heavy one-sided though. That's heavy one-sided. His reward's gotta be way less than yours.
You must buy me a bottle of Jack Daniels.
Okay.
If he doesn't, I'll get you like a beer or something.
Or something.
Like a tall boy, a nice tall boy.
Or something.
Like a Miller Lite tall boy.
Four Loko.
For the bodega from down the block.
Do you not like Miller Lite?
I do like Miller Lite.
I mean, come on. Inside this beer is a Pilsner beer. Brewed with the finest quality ingredients.
He's reading this off the can.
Because of a special brewing process. Now, don't get me wrong. Miller Lite gives you more taste. At only 96 calories, Vinny. 96 calories.
How many?
96.
$9.99.
You could buy a 10-pack for $9.99.
Oh shit!
You can.
It gives you the same great taste in its original case.
Oh my God!
How's that sound? That's the bet right there. We just shook on it. You guys at home can't see it.
Miller Lite is on the line.
You all heard it on
down
right now.
It's going down.
You all heard it right now.
Rock versus
Rock
Rusev.
Rusev. I get a nice bottle of Jack Daniels. I want my name engraved in it. All right?
You ain't get your name engraved in shit.
It's gonna happen. All right, we'll move on to our TLC predictions. I kick everyone's ass in this. I'm currently 6-0 since Survivor Series, and no one can touch me.
Till now.
I'm undefeated.
I'm undefeated too. I didn't vote.
Dan's undefeated.
I didn't
Brandon's
vote.
undefeated because they weren't here at the time. At that time, it was just a 4-man band. Now we've grown to like 27 and a half. But the half being like Hornswoggle.
I'm like Michael Cole at WrestleMania. Undefeated.
See? Yeah. And Roman Reigns. Don't forget Roman Reigns is undefeated too. I'm just saying he might take the streak.
That wasn't a good joke.
Yeah. All right, we'll go with we'll start the beginning of the match with AJ Lee versus Nikki Bella, the Divas title. Who do you guys see winning this? Brandon.
I'm picking Nikki. I think they just can't take the belt away from her right away. I also believe that she's gonna have some help. Probably. I don't want her to have help. If she's gonna win this match, I want her to win it alone.
All right.
But I think that's what might happen.
Yeah.
I'm picking AJ. I've seen this story before where new champion's crown, title switch.
Yeah, but that's between two great competitors.
Mm-hmm.
Nikki Bella can't wrestle for shit.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm going to AJ. That's simple as that. I'm going to AJ.
She's better than she was.
I don't have it. I really can't like go into detail with like another match. With this match, I'm going to AJ. Simple as that. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
I'm going with Nikki because I don't know. It's just. I mean, really, it could go either way, but I'll go with Nikki just for the fact that you're gonna have her win it. It's gonna go longer than a month, her reign, because it's not like AJ or Paige. Like you need to like let her go with the title, like give her a little more value with it, because if she dumps it, it's just gonna be forgettable.
I'm gonna agree with you on that. I'm gonna go with the Bella, the one Bella.
The one Bella.
Well,
There's more than one Bella.
Well, the Nikki Bella, the champion. I just don't see her dropping the belt that quick. I still think that at Royal Rumble there's going to be a triple threat match
I would enjoy that.
with Nikki, Brie, and AJ. I think maybe Brie somehow interferes in this match, but it doesn't go the way Nikki plans, and that's what sets up the whole next pay-per-view.
So you're
Maybe
going with Nikki.
I'm going with Nikki, but
But
she just wins by pure luck.
like so, Brie fucks up. Brie fucks up, but she still
but she still
recovers.
wins.
She recovers and wins.
Absolutely.
Alright.
Which could add, storyline and this and that. And I'm a storyline guy. Danny and Matt, who are not here, both picked AJ. They think that the title's going to change. And
we're just gonna keep feeding her reigns.
that
So
was
it's 3 on 3.
A really expensive text message from Mexico. I'm telling you.
Oh,
That's crazy.
yeah.
So it's
Both.
3 on 3 now because I got AJ, they got AJ, and you guys got Nikki.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
Nice
Tree.
split.
Trey on Trey.
Trey Hunt Trey. We'll move on to the tag team titles on the line. Damon Mizdow and The Miz versus the Usos. I'm going... You know what? I don't want to go yet. Dan, who do you got?
Oh, go ahead.
I changed my mind.
And that is the power of being the host. I'm gonna go with the Miz and Mizdow because I don't see a reason for the Usos to have the titles anymore. They don't interest me personally. I don't think they're interesting to many people right now. It's just the same old thing, and the Miz and Mizdow storyline's gonna continue a little bit. So,
Really?
I'm going with Dan on Miz and Mizdow. Just due to the fact that I could see if they're gonna start having trouble, it's gonna be on Raw. I don't see them having trouble on a pay-per-view. I see them having conflict on Raw. So I see them retaining their titles.
Brandon?
Miz and Miz now because, like Vinny said, if they're gonna start having problems with each other, it's gonna be on Raw and it's gonna be further down the line. So I
Yeah,
just
they
don't
gotta
see
build a
them-
storyline between that conflict. It's not just like, oh, we lose
Yeah,
at TLC and we're not together anymore.
Yeah, like, have
the
no,
agent.
They got
We'll
it.
have Mizdow start messing up in matches, like
Yeah,
they
exactly.
did, like they did with Miz
Exactly.
and Alex Riley.
Yep.
You see, Danny and Matt both went Miz and Mizdow as well.
So now you're
But
the
see,
only
which
one.
makes me better than the rest. I go with the Usos. Only because I think...
You
Miz
want
and
to beat
Mizdow-
us on picks.
Oh, don't get me wrong on that. I mean, I am better than everyone else here already, but if the Miz and Mizdow were to drop the titles, I'm not saying that they have to have interconflicts with each other. It just makes them, want the tag team titles that more. It will keep them as a tag team together. Don't get me wrong; they'll have like their tiff and tats, where like the Miz accepted Mizdow's Slammy Award for best LOL moment of the year, or whatever the hell it was.
Yeah.
And you just keep building the storyline that way. I mean, look at Golden Stardust. They had the titles for 2 months,
I think.
before the Usos won again.
Mhm.
I just see the Usos winning. And I'm not saying the Miz and Mizdow have to break up, but it's just going to be another thing geared towards their breakup. Suck it, nerds. Eric Rowan versus The Big Show in the Stairs match.
Ugh, I'm gonna throw myself down the stairs.
How do you even have a stairs match?
I'll start this off. I'm going to go with Eric Rowan, a.k.a. Big Red, which I fucking hate. I hope they drop that, quicker than...
He's gonna do commercials now for the gum.
Do they still make the gum?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It may have gotten recalled with the fireball,
Oh, shit.
God. Only in Europe, baby.
Is it really only in Europe?
I mean, I've had one last week, so...
Oh, maybe you're dying.
Fireball next week on the podcast.
That's it.
Next week. It's
Next
hosted
week.
by Fireball. This week was Miller Lite. I'm going with Rowan. I think he's gonna... the Big Show's just there to platform younger guys to bigger, better things.
I'm going with Rowan too. I don't see a reason for Big Show to win.
Nice.
No point, yeah, I agree. I'm going to Rowan. If Big Show did win, what would happen? What would that...
So, I mean, Danny thinks the Big Show's gonna win, so there's that.
There's always that one.
He's that one.
They're building him up for another Royal Rumble push versus Brock Lesnar.
Imagine.
I would stop
I'm
watching.
gonna say Eric Rowan.
Eric Rowan.
I don't. He's on a roll right now, and I don't think he needs to lose this match because they're just pushing him further and further up the card.
Alright, I'm with it. Danny, as I mentioned before, picked Big Show, and Matt picked Eric Rowan. We'll
Big
move
booty
on.
Rowan.
Big booty Rowan.
Gotta get that in the
Booty
show.
Rowan.
Big booty
Big
Rowan.
booty Rowan.
Okay.
Luke Harper versus Dolph Ziggler in the ladder match for the Intercontinental Championship. Shit, was I torn between this. I love Dolph Ziggler. I think Harper's going to win this one. I don't see any reason for Ziggler to win it again, hold the Intercontinental Championship, and just halt whatever the hell's going to happen with him. Because in my eyes, Ziggler's going to win. I mean, Ziggler's going to lose this, go on to the Royal Rumble,
Ugh.
face Brock Lesnar.
Oh.
Here we go.
John Cena is going to lose at Royal Rumble to Brock Lesnar. Ziggler is going to win
Ugh.
against Brock Lesnar. Come on.
Does anyone else
And it-
want to think about this man?
And then is Austin gonna come back and have a match too
Listen,
after that? Come on, man.
You guys are going to have Daniel Bryan versus Brock Lesnar
Mm-hmm.
at WrestleMania 31.
Okay.
Why wouldn't you have Dolph Ziggler?
Because Dolph Ziggler is nowhere near the level. Dan Bryan beat Triple H, Randy Orton, and Batista in the same night and walked out with 2 belts.
No!
Dolph Ziggler.
No, it doesn't... Dolph Ziggler got kicked in the head by Jack Swagger. That's the only reason why his momentum was stopped. Okay? He got a concussion, and that was it. I see Ziggler going on to greater and better things. Daniel Bryan's of the past, they want to recreate the whole Beast versus the Best, or whatever the fuck they're doing with.
So, okay, so if you're going to say that, I'm not going to, debate it against you, but I just want to know if you can build a 5-second storyline, what is his storyline to get to Brock Lesnar?
Dolph Ziggler? Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah.
Okay, ready? Sole survivor of Team Cena to keep the company away from the Authority, right?
Okay.
With the help
Okay.
of Sting.
Okay. With the help of Sting.
Okay.
Yada, yada. Seth Rollins would have won. He would have helped with Triple H.
Because I know you said Royal Rumble and
Okay,
winner.
okay.
I know you said Royal Rumble.
Okay,
he's not
I'm
the
not forgetting
face.
that. I'm not forgetting that.
When the face is helped by another face, it doesn't make him look as strong.
So I'm not forgetting the Royal Rumble entrance. I just want to make sure I did not forget you said that.
No,
Okay, so he
Royal
wins the
Rumble.
Royal. He wins the Royal Rumble. Okay, now what?
Because
Build
of
from
his
there.
whole... What do you mean?
Build from the
Built
Royal
from
Rumble.
Royal Rumble?
Build a storyline
Yes.
from Royal Rumble. Like
Storyline.
you don't just be like, okay, I won the Royal
Just
Rumble.
because he
I
won
want
the
you
Royal
Brock
Rumble,
Lesnar.
he's
Well, I mean,
facing
he
Brock
could.
Lesnar.
I mean, if he's the Royal Rumble winner, he's the
He doesn't
number
even
one
have to
contender.
show up, right? Just
Doesn't
like
have to show
Lesnar.
up. No. He could just go home, sit on his couch, and be like, "Hey, got a concussion.
Eat
I'll
some
be back.
Cheetos.
I'll be back WrestleMania time. Don't worry,
Concussion,
baby girl."
baby girl.
Where are you gonna build your guy, Roman Reigns? Where are you gonna build him? He comes back to Royal Rumble, wins the Royal Rumble. What do you do?
Well, he beat Randy Orton the last time we saw him, and then he's going to win the Royal Rumble. And that's just how it is.
I mean, it's just that fact that he's coming back in general. Just
he's already had a
is-
ridiculously good
Nobody
performance in the Royal
WWE
Rumble. So.
gets a bigger pop than Dolph Ziggler.
I agree. I love him, but
I would love. You think I wouldn't want to see Ziggler as
That's
champion?
what they're going off of Roman Reigns, though.
Yeah.
But
He didn't even
Roman,
get a pop when he came out to accept the goddamn Slammy Award.
but they're going
No.
power versus power. That's what they're doing. They're doing Roman Reigns comeback power
No.
versus Lesnar.
Roman
power.
Reigns is the prototype, the thing they want. It's like the next Cena.
So he fucking crashes and burns.
Not a coincidence.
Wasn't,
You think I want?
wasn't Rikishi one of those powerhouses where he went against Stone Cold Steve Austin at one time? He hit the
Rikishi
Rock
was
with
just a fat ass that could dance.
If you,
off the top of a Hell in a Cell into a hay barrel, right?
that was amazing. That was pretty funny. No, but I'm telling you, if you tell me if who would,
Let the Big Show take a bump like that.
no, he would break the truck. I'm just sorry, but I'm saying if you told me, if you asked me who'd I want as champion between Reigns and Ziggler, of course I would say Ziggler. But in just reality, I don't see it. I just don't see it.
I don't see it versus Brock Lesnar.
I could see the Dolph Ziggler says this himself. They listen to you. They listen to you.
They do not.
They do
listen.
not listen to us.
They listened to us when Daniel Bryan we wanted Daniel Bryan
It
to win
took
WrestleMania.
so long.
But he won WrestleMania, correct?
Who else was it gonna win?
Did he win WrestleMania?
You really think they're gonna have Orton or Batista be champion at the time?
Yeah.
No,
if
they
the
wouldn't
fans
have.
weren't going crazy for Daniel Bryan, yes, it would have happened.
I agree with
Because that
that.
would have been riots.
I don't. If CM Punk didn't walk out, I think that Daniel Bryan would not have been champion at WrestleMania 30.
See?
I would say that.
I
I
agree.
would bet on that because he would have, had his match with Triple H, CM Punk, and then Daniel Bryan would have done something else. And the plan was Randy Orton versus Batista. That was the
And I
plan.
believe it was Daniel Bryan versus Sheamus,
Yeah, I saw that. That's unbelievable.
which is weird.
Because I'm sorry, because if they didn't listen to the fans on that one occasion, I don't know what would have
But
happened.
they did.
They on that one occasion. How many times do we complain every week that we watch Raw, we watch pay per view?
Because
that
rest-
we want this, we want this, we want this, we want this, and
And
nothing happens.
Remember that time that Nikki Bella beat Brie Bella to be her slave? Or whatever the fuck she is?
Mhm.
Now she's with her? How does that... Where's the storyline in that?
Yeah.
Now
we
Brie
haven't
Bella
got a
is
story-
Nikki Bella's best friend.
And we haven't got a storyline explanation behind that.
Thank you. You just solved my point in
The
case
thing-
right there.
I'll agree that
We
WrestleMania-
want a
Anything that
storyline.
WWE does could be thrown out the window in 3 seconds.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. They don't listen to us as much as they want, as you think they do. Do you think of Daniel Bryan's story? You think, oh, that's it. WWE listens to all the fans. No, they don't. We want an explanation for Bella mode.
No one really cares
Bella's
about that. If-
For
if-
the
if-
WrestleMania main event, normally they send the fans home happy.
Yeah,
normally.
they have to.
Last year they did 29. I know it was John Cena over The Rock, but people were sick of The Rock being champion. He wasn't showing up,
Oh,
so
but-
he had
Yeah.
to put. Well, he wasn't
Of
showing
course, it was
up.
nostalgia. It was
Right.
nostalgia for us. It was
28,
good
everyone
seeing
wanted The Rock to
champion,
win.
but-
Yeah.
27, The Rock got Cena.
It's all about sending the fans home happy, and I just don't
I-
think Roman Reigns is going to cut it.
It's not going to send them home happy. He'll get cheers, but it's not going to be,
It's gonna
obviously
be like
Daniel Bryan.
It's going to be like the reaction Batista got.
It's going to be a little better than that.
It's going to be better than that because he's not Batista. But,
Yeah.
Hey, he's not winning. He's not coming
I just
back
think the
as
reason
Triple H's
why-
friend and winning the Royal Rumble.
I think the reason why people got really pissed at Batista was just due to the fact that Reigns was on.
No,
I
it's because he came back and his first match, I believe, was the Royal Rumble.
And he won it.
Came at number 30, right?
And then Daniel Bryan was not in the Royal Rumble, and he lost to Bray Wyatt in the opening match of the pay-per-view, which was a very good match.
Junk.
But
how are you gonna do that? You can't do that.
no, you can't.
They didn't do that, and then
And I'm like,
holy
oh, he's
shit,
gonna.
fucked up.
I'm like, he lost. Okay, he's gonna come back and be in the Royal Rumble. And then number 30 comes out, and it's like Big E or something.
No, it was Rey Mysterio. Yeah.
Oh, Big E was 29 or something.
Booing Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, no one liked that. Yeah, because they want Daniel Bryan.
Oh, yes, I remember that. That was a terrible idea. You put a heel as number 30, so they're going to boo because there's no Daniel Bryan. That was no brains.
It was so bad.
It should have been Ben Barrett.
Anybody but Rey Mysterio.
I never gave my pick on this match,
yeah,
by the way.
who do you got winning this match? Harper or
I'm going to go with Harper. I mean, I think Ziggler's on to better things. Maybe not as good as the main event WrestleMania, but not Intercontinental title. I think he'll go into something a little higher.
I agree.
Maybe if you were like Randy Orton or something, that would be good. I would say that.
Maybe like a feud for the number one contender.
All right.
After WrestleMania.
All right.
No.
I'm picking Harper because I would like to see what they're gonna do with him after the match, after what they go on. Because Ziggler, I mean, yeah, if Ziggler wins, then they're gonna go right back to a rematch, and it's just like, oh, here we go again. So I'd like to see what they do with Harper. That's my opinion.
And I think they've shown with Ziggler that win, like, they're showing him a little more where it's like he doesn't need a title to still like look like a formidable opponent now. He used to be like,
He never needed a title.
Yes, but they made him look like he needed it the way they were booking him. Now, after that, it looks like, okay, he doesn't need the Intercontinental title. You know, I think it'll be.
Yeah, I agree. He could survive his own without a title. I mean, he has for the last 2 or 3 weeks now without a title. So I mean, it is what it is.
All right.
I somehow think Ziggler is they're gonna have Ziggler win this thing.
Whew.
I just think somehow
statement,
it's just
Cotton.
gonna happen.
See if it pulls off.
All right.
You're not the only one, because Danny also picked Ziggler to win.
Of course he did. He wears this T-shirt at this podcast every week.
It's too good to be whatever the fuck it is, right? Whatever that
Too
shirt
good
is.
to be bad.
This bad, whatever.
It's
Too bad that I'm.
This good.
too bad this is good.
Too bad I'm this good.
Sorry, Danny.
Which is a great shirt. I loved it. I'd be wearing that shit every day.
That you can get on WWE shop.
Oh, only for like $24.99.
Not $9.99.
No.
Yeah.
It's not the holiday season. I mean, it is the holiday season,
It
but
is,
not
but
holiday
not
season
yet.
sale on that shirt.
We'll move on to Dean Ambrose versus Bray Wyatt. I'm actually really excited about this match. This is the first match that I'm gonna fucking kill you. I'm gonna kill you. You're dead. You're fucking dead. Don't edit this out. I want everyone to know what you just did. Vinny made tacos today, alright?
For everyone.
Yeah, for everybody.
Vinny Crocker.
Everyone knew to eat away from the microphone. And here's Vinny with his fucking taco, like he just drove to Taco Bell, got an extra hard, crunchy taco, and bit into it.
You hear that?
Shit!
Oh.
Bitch. Just for that, I'm drinking. This podcast, by the way.
We've had enough promos on this one podcast for things that are not paying
Not
us.
paying us at all. Thank you, Miller Lite.
Why don't we just say, what is it, Ortega? Those tacos sponsored by
I don't
Ortega?
know. It looked good. but-
Ortega frozen mini tacos.
Sure. You can find it at Pathmark, aisle 17. In the frozen
Ortega tacos, crunchy as fuck.
So we move on to Dean Ambrose and Bray Wyatt. I'm excited as shit for this match. I wasn't excited for their match at Survivor Series, only because there was really no storytelling before they faced each other. I've said it 1,000 times before. I'm a storytelling guy. I like knowing why the guys are facing each other, and I just that whole promo by Bray Wyatt about the whole chair being Sister Abigail's, and that just brought me back into it. I was like, all right, this is going to be a great match. What they're fighting for, I really don't know. Because is it going to be a pinfall, or is
We have no
duffel
idea.
bag on top of the ring of nothing?
That's the only thing I hate about
chair.
Sister Abigail's decayed body in the in the duffel bag of the top.
Sister Abigail on the pole.
Come on, yeah. Whoa, wait, what?
What?
Whoa.
No, but I mean that's the thing
But
I hate
Bray
about
Wyatt's not
TLC
leaving.
matches.
The only way Bray Wyatt's leaving this match is in an ambulance.
I mean,
Allegedly.
it's just bothering me because you think TLC, you think
TLCA. They add anything in there now, right?
You think TLC, you think there's a title hanging above the ring. I mean, that's my opinion. That's how it has been for the last few years. Now it's just, hey, let's have a TLC match with no title. Let's just say you could just jump off a ladder and pin me, whatever, no big deal. Put me through a table and pin me. Hell, hit me with a chair and pin me. It's just I don't know. I'm excited just as much as you are, because it's, now they get to show true brutality. There's weapons involved. It's just two big guys going back at each other. Like I said, I was a little excited for the Survivor Series match, but now I'm really excited because now there's actually no DQ. There's no holds barred. You can do whatever the hell you want in this match.
I think this match should be the main event.
Yeah.
Just because of the amount of destruction they can do.
It doesn't have the,
the storyline. That's
title
the
shot.
only
It
thing.
had a good Monday, but a good Monday doesn't make up for the rest, which wasn't
Exactly.
pretty
Here's
poor.
the thing. If you ended with that match, what would you open Raw with? You're not going to open it with them two. You're going to open Cena win or lose storyline.
Sure.
Or Jericho, who's hosting next week.
Yes,
or the
that's
GM.
how you open up the show. With Jericho, the GM next week. Raw is Jericho, baby. He's back. Even though he said he wasn't going to be back for months, but it's been like 3 weeks since the European tour.
That's true.
Jericho invented it.
I think
Picks for that. I got to pick.
Ambrose is actually going to win. I think he might actually take this one from Wyatt.
I agree. I'm
Yeah.
going with Ambrose, and yeah, that's about it now.
I've been thinking about this match a lot, and it's hard because it's just, if Ambrose wins, they could have a third match. If
They're not going to have a third match.
but they could.
If they have a third match, it's not going to be at the Royal Rumble. It'll be at an Elimination or Fastlane, whatever the fuck they're going to call it this year.
Yeah, but it'd still be a third match. But you know what?
If you think they're going to fight at Royal Rumble, you're fucking nuts. Hands down. How are you going to have a Royal Rumble without them two in it?
Put none of the stars in the Rumble.
Unless they double dip. But, come on.
They double dip.
Double dip.
All right, let's not talk
Didn't
about
Ziggler do that like 2 years ago?
He did?
He had a match and then he was in the Royal Rumble again?
I mean, they used to do it back in the day, but now it's like...
It's rare.
Last year would have been
Like,
nice to see
tired,
Bray
tired.
Wyatt. And
Parts of Rey Mysterio's career is a blur. On that note,
I said Ziggler, but okay.
I'm sorry, there's some Mysterio. It's 2:01.
We're Jack Daniels shots catching up to you now.
We're recording this at 2
another
o'clock in the
promo.
morning. Jack Daniels.
Hey, welcome to
Jack Daniels, Tennessee Whiskey. All right.
Preserved in 1885.
You know what? I'm changing my answer.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
I'm going to Ambrose. Only because I'm rooting. I'm saying this for one reason. I want him to win in a pay-per-view.
Okay.
I do. That's
So you're picking
the
what
only...
you want, not
Yes.
what's going to happen.
Yeah, no, I'm picking Ambrose
Oh, you
to
think
win.
he's going to win? Okay.
I want him to win. I'm picking him to win, and that's
Okay.
it. I'll leave it at that.
Brandon, who you got?
Dean Ambrose. He
Son of a
has
bitch.
too much momentum in this match, and I don't know what they could do with him afterwards if he loses the match. I don't know where they could have him go or what they can have Bray Wyatt do.
It's a lot easier to see Bray Wyatt going somewhere if he loses than Dean Ambrose. You can see Dean Ambrose just falling down. WrestleMania season is going to be coming up. Already it looks like he's not going to be too high on priorities. So
Let's see, do that Shield triple threat match that everyone's been talking about, which would mean Ziggler's headlining WrestleMania. Just saying. Matt picked Dean Ambrose, which means everyone except for Danny picked Dean Ambrose. Danny picked Bray Wyatt. I got no explanations. They're in Mexico. Text messages aren't the same as, if you're down the block from me. So
maybe he sent the wrong name or something.
maybe
Maybe
it could be a mistake, but
Could be
Maybe-
autocorrect. Could be autocorrect.
Maybe Bray is Dean in Spanish. You know?
could be. Ole. John Cena versus Seth Rollins in a tables match.
Do we really need to
Cena loses. He loses his number one contender.
Do we really need to give our picks on this? I mean, is it
We
worse?
all
Just.
know, we all, I think, can agree.
I mean,
Cena.
it's kind of like, bad to the fact where we're all picking Cena because due to the fact that he's Cena. I mean, the fact that there was matches before this, we're like, okay, we can see this, but it's Cena's match, so I guess we're just all gonna pick Cena because he's John Cena. He doesn't lose at pay-per-views like he didn't know.
I would understand if, like, on SmackDown tonight, they were like, oh, by the way, Seth Rollins, here's your stipulation of the match, or
Yes.
what? But it's not gonna
If
happen.
this was a straight up match, I would think Rollins had a chance.
Yeah.
It could be interference, you know.
The triple powerbomb.
But now it's like,
Gateway.
you really think you're going to take away a title shot? Who the hell is going to face Brock Lesnar? There's not going to be anyone. The only way is if Brock Lesnar is now fighting at the Royal Rumble, and they're using this as an out to get out of that match, because they're not guaranteeing anyone else being the number one contender. They're saying just Cena won't be.
It's possible because, you know, Brock Lesnar didn't wrestle at one of 4 of the big 4.
It's possible, but
He
I
would have
mean,
made history if he did
It's a
actually.
long shot. It's a long shot.
If
that
Lesnar
happens.
would have wrestled at Survivor Series and won, he would have made history in winning it 3 of the 4 big 4s.
SummerSlam,
Four.
Survivor
SummerSlam.
Series,
Four.
and
He won the
WrestleMania.
Royal Rumble.
Oh, he won a Royal Rumble, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry, I stand corrected. He won 4 out of 4. Sucks to suck.
but we're all going with Cena anyways.
Everyone's going with Cena.
Yeah,
Everyone
that's
went
pretty
with
obvious.
Did
Cena.
we mention Kane and Ryback?
No, we didn't.
No, we
Skipped
didn't.
over that. We'll go to Ryback versus Kane. I think Ryback's gonna win. This is a dumb match. Shouldn't be happening.
Took the words out of my mouth.
I mean, it's a chairs match. Like, besides...
Maybe they'll have like a chair counter in each corner. Ryback hit Kane with this many chairs.
If they did that, then I would actually maybe care a little more, but it's just the fact that...
It'd be like that South Park episode. Every time they said shit, they'll have the shit counter in the corner.
But, I mean, it's the fact that, like, you know what, a ladders match, one thing. Tables match, okay, that's a match in itself. Stairs and a chairs match. That rhymes. I'm just so sick of, like, creative just... Like, alright, it's TLC, you'll be in a chair match. Like,
Well,
besides...
Still, yes.
But
I guess it's the
what-
best choice for them. I mean, you can't have them climbing ladders.
Yeah.
And think about the shell shock. You
Well,
can
I mean-
you could do it to someone on a chair through a table. I don't think so.
But he does do power bombs and shit like that.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it'll be
And
a
choke
quick
slam on a
match,
chair.
shell shock on the chair, be done.
Chokeslam on a chair. But it's just, I don't know, it's just like ridiculous. It's like these are actually considered matches compared to...
Well, I'm going with the big guy. Because everybody loves the big guy.
The
You
Ryback, big guy.
love
Not the
that
big
guy.
red monster.
No, not the big red monster.
Big hungry.
Or the big red. or
Remember
the
when they
big
called
show.
him Big Hungry?
Why? Why was that a thing?
I liked it. Big Hungry.
Jesus Christ. I'm going with Ryback.
Me too. Ryback.
Same here.
I'm gonna have to pick Kane. I think somehow.
Oh!
Jesus.
I think somehow. I think somehow, you know, someone's gonna interfere and help Kane.
You think... I mean, Kane shouldn't be wrestling anymore. But... especially with that staph infection thing on his
So
neck.
they're going to interfere, and that's going to set up a feud for Royal Rumble, or he's just going to be in the Royal Rumble match against the person feuding, or what
Well,
would you think?
I'm kind of thinking maybe have somebody like a surprise, like somebody that's not in like the storyline just come out of nowhere. Because they did that with Wyatt and Ambrose
Yeah.
during
That's
the Hell in
true.
a
I'm trying
Cell
to think of
match.
someone.
Like, what did Bray Wyatt have to do with that match?
The only
The
thing I
thing
can
is,
think of
they're
is
not-
Bad News
they're not
Barrett
like-
right there.
A mi-
Or Curtis Axel.
Oh,
I
hell
mean,
no.
they're
I
more
wanna see
like a
guy again.
beginning to maybe halfway through mid card of a match. So I really, for them to interfere, for someone to interfere in that match, like someone just random, like Wyatt did in the Rollins Ambrose match, I don't see it happening. I mean, I really don't. If this was a main event, like, hey, Wyatt interfered in the main event, I could see that. You know, Sting came out in the main event. Okay, another one, but this is not a main event match. I mean, you can stand by your picking Kane, absolutely, you have your opinion, but I just don't see someone interfering in that.
I think that's the only way Kane can win, though, with interference.
Yep.
He can't win this match clean. No way.
I like it. You're going against the grain. Because Matt and Danny both chose Ryback.
You are now. When we say the lone survivor in this pick, you are the lone survivor in this pick. That's almost close as picking Rollins in the Cena match. Which,
Well, we're going the last match. It's probably not the main event, but Rusev versus Swagger. I don't know if the United States title is on the line. It might be, it might not be. If it is,
I think it is.
I'm with it. I have a feeling it is.
I'm pretty sure it is, but
Going with the All-American Jack Swagger. I'm with it. I can see Swagger finally beating Rusev. Ending his whatever the fuck streak he's got going. I don't care.
he hasn't been pinned or submitted in the ring
Just putting an end to
in a one-on-one match.
this Russia versus United States shit. I'm tired of it.
Yeah.
Give Rusev a new thing to go for.
I'm going to go with Rusev still because I don't know what they can do with him at this point if he doesn't keep winning. I just see it like a typical Goldberg kind of thing. Where,
Right back.
Yeah, exactly. And I think they messed this up. I think he needed to lose earlier on. Still look strong, though. He needs to be a beast, not a Russian gimmick. Let's put Vladimir Putin on the screen and laugh. And it needs to not be that. That was cool for a little bit, but no.
Brandon?
Rusev.
You're going with Rusev.
Yeah, because I think if Rusev is going to lose, I think he's going to have to lose to somebody bigger.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Rusev. I don't know. It just bothers me because the fact that they had the whole USA Rush thing, and if they ended it there, it may have been okay with it. I'd be like, okay, finally, someone stepped up for America. They did it. Finally done.
I don't know where. They
Whatever.
should have ended it with Jack Swagger.
I agree with you. If they did it back when it was USA versus Russia,
They should have built it.
fine.
What was it? Jack Swagger versus Rusev first?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then they went Big Show and Mark Henry. Oh, Big Show, Big E, or Big E, Big Show, Mark Henry, whatever it was. Shouldn't have been that way. It should have been Jack Swagger.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't give it to like an older guy,
No.
If you're gonna give me between Jack Swagger and those options, I agree with you 100%. Big Show's washed up. Mark Henry's
I
washed
prefer
up.
Big E to Jack Swagger, but he hasn't gotten time on TV
No.
recently.
Yeah, exactly.
Back then, he was
Big E has
Intercontinental champion,
He
though.
was, but he
Jack
had
Swagger,
that,
when's the last time he was holding the belt?
turned into that whole referee thing.
Yeah, but they just gave him a stupid preacher kind of thing. That
Now that he has now.
yeah, exactly. Foreshadowing.
We'll move on to Superstar of the Week. We have Edge. I'll start it off. I went with Backlash 2005, Edge versus Chris Benoit, which is great, which made Edge... it started his first heel run after he won the Money in the Bank at WrestleMania 21. They were tag team partners. Taboo Tuesday happened, and they went up against La Resistance, Rene Dupree, and who's that other guy?
Sylvain Grenier.
God, the fact that you guys remember that,
Yeah,
I
right,
honestly
that's
don't.
great.
That's
Garnier
impressive.
Fructis. I don't know who that.
Garnier Fructis.
He was mad that he didn't get a title shot because the audience didn't vote for the title shot for the tag team titles to be online. So he left Chris Benoit at the ring, just left him in the middle of the tag team match, which started his long-running heel turn, which I fucking loved. I loved it. This is a great match. I just loved how the end of the match that Edge took out the brick out of his Money in the Bank suitcase. I just nailed Benoit on the back of the head. And it's great. He couldn't get up after that, and I just loved it that he tried everything to kill Benoit. No pun intended.
No.
Next person.
Stop.
Hey, it's getting kind of hot in here. Brandon, who'd you pick?
Oh my god.
My pick is SummerSlam 2008. It is Edge, Undertaker, Hell in a Cell. That was brutality beyond brutality. Undertaker getting speared through the cage. And what really got me throughout that whole match was not only Edge being chokeslammed from the turnbuckle through the table, but what happened at the end. First, it started with Undertaker finally giving him the one-man concerto to Edge, and then chokeslamming him through the ring. And then the ring just going up in a flame. Like, it was something I haven't seen in a long time. And also what was interesting with that match was...
Someone's getting loud chewing over there. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Brandon.
Am I really that loud?
I'm sure when we play this back, you can hear it. But I'm sorry. Continue, Brandon. I'm so sorry for interrupting you.
Anyway, well, what I was also going to say is it was the perfect revenge for Vicky Guerrero at the time because Edge,
Yes.
at the time, cheated on Vicky with Alicia Fox.
Who?
Nice. Sorry.
Good job.
It was the whole wedding thing, and then her revenge
She was planning the wedding, right?
Yeah, she was
Alicia
planning the
Fox.
wedding.
Yes, she was the wedding planner, yes.
To basically
Nice.
get revenge on him. It's what better way for revenge than I'm putting you in a Hell in a Cell match against The Undertaker.
Great.
Just the whole match in general and the story leading up to the match.
I'm going to go with Edge versus Cena at Unforgiven 2006. And the reason why I picked that was, one reason was because I was watching on the WWE Network, which you can get for $9.99, excuse me.
99 cents.
99 cents.
What's the promotion counter up to now? We're at
Yeah,
6.
yeah, forget about it. But it was Edge versus Cena in Edge's hometown in a TLC match for the WWE Championship, which was hung above the ring. Can I state that actually was a normal TLC match?
What?
I know, right? It's shocking. But he made the match that he wanted. It was his, specialty match in his hometown for the title. How can he lose?
When you face Cena in 2006.
When you face Cena in 2006. It's not like now where it's like, if I face Cena, forget about it. There's no way I'm going to win. But back in the day, Cena actually had a shot to lose this. Cena was the enemy walking in Toronto, and like he has many hometowns. But it was a brutal match. I mean, there was so many, they were both put through so many damn tables. Off ladders, so many chairs used, but in the end, Edge was put through not one, but 2 tables from an FU. Yeah, not an AA, children. An FU. An FU through 2 tables for the championship to be picked off the thing on top of the
thing.
Whatever you want to call it, the hooking.
The
hooking.
It's like the little thing that you keep your keys on.
It's 2 o'clock in the morning.
You keep your keys hooked on the little thing on your pants, like that thing. That's what they.
Yeah, say your match, sir.
I'm going with WrestleMania 22 versus Mick Foley. Edge versus Mick Foley. It was so brutal. It was a great hardcore match. It's probably the best hardcore match in WrestleMania history. And I think it just put Edge on the top. Like, yes, he had the Money in the Bank briefcase. He won the title for a few weeks from that. But this was the match that made him a top guy. The spear through the flaming table outside is just amazing. Edge taking the bump on the thumbtacks. It was just a really good match, and it was just so brutal. Mick Foley is just covered in blood. Edge is covered in blood. Edge is like shaking from the tacks being all in his back. It's just an unbelievable match.
Classic.
Definitely.
Can I say, was Joey Styles commenting the match?
Yes.
Cause I do remember when Foley went to the table. Oh my god! Like this, that voice, that shrieky voice. Oh my god!
All right. Well, that was our superstar of the week. Now the question of the week is:
I hate this part.
Who is your favorite hardcore champion? I'll start it off for you guys. I'm going with 14-time.
That means nothing in the hardcore title.
WF hardcore champion, Crash.
Fuck! You took my pick! I had to pick. I was like, don't do it.
Wait.
Soiled everybody!
I got my pick.
Soiled it.
The Godfather's hoe. That happened. It happened. Look it up.
Oh my god.
Look it up. It happened. The Godfather's
I saw
hoe.
it on video. I actually watched it on the WWE Network for $9.99 on an episode of Raw.
Godfather's hoe! May 15th, 2000. Cleveland, Ohio, on a Raw.
Godfather's
She
home.
hit Crash
gets the
Holly.
pinfall.
Holy crap! That is great. That's
The
fantastic.
Woo train.
Oh boy,
Yep, that's my pick, and
That's
I'm
good.
sticking with it.
I like it. Brandon,
My favorite hardcore champion. Who was my favorite hardcore champion? Probably Rob Van Dam.
nice.
I just
RVD.
like, because I like what he did with hardcore matches. Like, just the way that he performed those types of matches with his martial arts abilities, the things he was able to do with the weapons.
Did you know that Rob Van Dam he unified the Hardcore Championship with the Intercontinental title
Yes, I was actually
in
watching it.
New York City? That is great.
Nice.
August 26, 2002.
Yeah.
Who you got, Vin?
You know what? I'm going to go on top of your Crash Holly.
Ew.
No homo intended.
Oh, I'm sorry. Crash Holly held the title for 22 times.
Well, I
go
mean,
ahead.
the fact that he pinned so many people throughout. I think it was one
Didn't he
match.
pass away? Rest in peace, Crash
He did.
Holly.
Crash Holly
He
passed
did.
away.
We
Rest
will
in
say
peace.
rest in peace. I'm going with Gerald Briscoe.
Oh, man.
Just relax. Like, I mean,
Two-time
Exactly.
Hardcore champion.
he pinned a sleeping Crash Holly in the backstage area in May of 2000.
Yeah,
I mean,
but-
listen, it's not where he held it for years and months. It's Gerald Briscoe.
That's good. I like that.
Gerald
Oh,
Briscoe.
Briscoe.
It's the hardcore title. We can't go for the most serious
Patterson
thing.
held
The matches
it.
were that serious, really. I mean,
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
K Quick held it for Christ's sakes at house show. I mean,
Terry
just
Reynolds held it.
Getting rowdy.
that's true.
Hey guys, this is a great episode. This was the second take of this episode.
if only you knew what happened before
Goddamn
this.
back to hell. If you
Hey,
haven't,
hey,
throw it out the
hey, hey,
window.
hey, hey,
Oh shit! I forgot. CM Punk signed with the UFC. What the fuck do we think of that?
I'm excited. I really am. It's something new. It's finally he's like getting away from WWE and this whole shit show. But I don't know. I mean, it's gonna take him a while to adapt to UFC style. So I mean, it's not WWE. It's not scripted. It's just you go out there and you kick the shit out of your opponent till you win or lose. So do I see him winning a lot? No.
Yeah.
Do I see him get his ass kicked the first few fights? Yes. But it's something new and I'm excited for it. I mean, I will root for him, but I'm not saying he's going to be in the next UFC championship anytime soon.
No. I like it. I mean, I think he can win some matches versus guys that are just getting started. I think it's very good publicity for UFC because of all these things going on with CM Punk. He's bigger than WWE right now, really. In the news portion of the world, he's making more news than WWE. People will buy pay-per-views. WWE fans will buy them just to see CM Punk. So, yeah, I mean, he's not going to go too far in the company, I don't think. I mean, he'll be on pay-per-view matches but versus lesser guys. But I don't think he's going to win too many matches, but I'm not bothered by that. I don't really care. He doesn't have to be the best in the world in UFC. That was his WWE gimmick. People need to just separate. And what about you
Brandon, what
guys?
do you think?
I think it's interesting. You had to have figured he wasn't going to go back with WWE just because of the way that he was treated all throughout the company from his start in WWE.
I think he'll still
to
go
when
back
it
eventually.
ended. But
We
you
can
know,
all
I think
hope,
for
but-
right now, I just
Yeah.
think he just needs to start somewhere else, and just get his head cleared. I mean, I can see eventually him going back to WWE because so many people swore that they would not go back. but
Not
then
to
they
work a
ended up-
full schedule. He'll just
Yeah,
come back
he'll
for a
like-
match, maybe. Payday, get his Hall of Fame induction, whatever,
You
eventually.
think he's going to go to the Hall of Fame?
That's not even a question. Coco Beware is in the Hall of Fame. Are you kidding me, man? The longest reigning champion in 25 years? How many title reigns do you want?
I'm gonna say I don't like this move.
You don't?
No, I don't
Okay.
at all.
What would you think of as a better move for him?
Not UFC.
writing comics, and
Like,
that's it.
Hey, I'm all for it. He's writing the new Thor. I'm actually pretty excited for the new Thor.
That's
I'm a
cool.
comic
That's
book
another
guy.
fucking plunk.
This is the guy who likes challenges, though.
I
He doesn't want to
understand
sit on his
that.
couch and
I
write a
absolutely
comic.
understand that. But UFC is a totally different world than the WWE.
I'm pretty sure
But
he knows.
I only think that he is only going to fight in maybe 1-2 matches. He's not going to be there a long time. He's not going to be a Brock Lesnar.
No, exactly. He's not going for.
Power Ranger wants to be his first fight.
No, he's not.
I saw
he's
that.
not a
That's
part
a
of
joke.
UFC. He
I
can't.
understand that, but come
That
on.
guy's been just trying to live off of CM Punk's fame.
But like
and
he
start a
said,
fight
do
with
you
him
know
for
how much
long?
money UFC is going to make from WWE fans?
That's why I think it's not going to
I'm gonna watch that pay-per-view no matter what.
I'm going to watch it.
Absolutely. I don't get me wrong, I'm going to watch it, but CM Punk is going to get his ass kicked.
That's fine. That's fine.
I don't see him
care.
winning. I see him having minimal offense. I don't.
But do you think that affects his legacy if he loses in
Absolutely
UFC?
not. It makes UFC
Doesn't
money.
matter.
It
Yeah.
makes him money. You know, this is the guy that was crying that he was wrestling with a broken rib. He was wrestling with this. He was wrestling with that. Wrestling with this. He's going to fucking UFC where they could break
It's
your
a lot
arm and be like,
different.
oh, well, you broke your arm.
No, I don't agree with that argument because when you protect yourself and you're in a fight, when you're in the ring, you're supposed to trust another individual. That's part of it. Be able to trust them with your body, not take... there are accidents, but when a guy throws you and completely misses a table that's right there, a guy that's nearly 300 pounds could easily lift you and misses a table, that's a reason to be mad. You know, obviously he knows he's going to get hit. I mean, I'm pretty sure this isn't the first time he's fought in his life. He's an asshole. He's probably fought a lot.
Who knows? Well, this is fun. Thanks again for listening. Thanks to Chucky Madness for our kick-ass theme song. You can follow him on Twitter at Chucky Madness with 2 E's instead of the Y, and on YouTube at Chucky Madness. You can follow us on Facebook at Under the Ring Radio, and on YouTube at Under the Ring Radio, and then on Twitter at Under the Ring 1. Why the 1? Because we're the only one that matters. Be good.